All right, folks, Train Sim World 4. We are live. It's going to be good, hopefully. Let everybody know in the Discord that we are live. I started up a little bit earlier so you guys can see the loading screens and stuff. So far, we only have 4 of the maps loaded up. The new ones, I'm not sure which ones we'll run through, but we'll run through something. I hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody's having a great day. Ooh, new soundtrack. Very good. Wow, you hear that? It should go a little quicker here. This is on the PS4. I didn't move it over to the PS5 yet. But we only have like 4 maps, so well, 3 maps. So I think it's 4 that's loaded. So it should move in a little bit quicker. Look at that. Okay, same opening song. We are happy. I'm excited. I wasn't like super excited initially. I was like, alright, whatever. But right now I am excited. Just let all the folks know that we are going live. Okay. Alright, that was different. Alright. So it should again load a lot faster. Let's import our profile. Oh, it's already there. It may ask me to log in. You can import further profiles to the player profile. Okay. If it asks me to log in, we'll go dark for a second while we log in. But so far, it looks like it's remembering everything. Ooh, it's telling we are experienced. We can just jump in. It's telling us we recommend it. I mean, I have played the games a lot. Very nice soundtrack. It makes me a little teary-eyed. This is crazy. Can you hear that? They have like bird sounds in it and everything. This is insane. You hear how nice and pretty this sounds? I'm not gonna cry. Oh my goodness. What game is this? Alright. Let's take a look at the store really quickly. I'm just gonna shut up for a second here. Hold up, guys. Because this is absurd. Hold on. I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on. Hey Samson, I'm just listening to this beautiful soundtrack. Like, what game is this now? Like, what is this? This is insane. I'm just gonna mute myself a little bit longer because this is absurd. Like, what are we listening to right now? I I'm speechless, folks. Like, this soundtrack is absurd. Like, what is this? Like, what game? What are we playing right now? This is amazing. Like, what is this? A full. Like, I'm sure this is made with a computer. I don't think they spent a whole bunch of money on like a whole grand orchestra, but this this is impressive. I'm really impressed. Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh, I don't even know what. I'm speechless. That was absurd. Um. All right, so we have some trains that we've never driven. So it's at least see this Metrolink one. I don't think I've ever really done this one. But you see, they only said that these two are new, and then well, they say these are like similar to some other ones that we did. All right, so this is standard edition. Nothing really has been. I haven't put any of the older DLCs on at the moment. Let's work with these tutorials for now. We're gonna start off with the class 801. Let's see what we get. I can't believe that just now. Let's do the East Coast Main Line intro really quickly here. Oh, they actually did an orchestra. Oh wow. I'm just surprised. I mean, I wouldn't have spent the money on that, but that's amazing. It's great. My wife just came in. I have to, you, you have to hear this. I know, just take care. You like at some point I'll let you listen to the opening kind of theme song thing. They use the live orchestra. It's absurd for Trainsim.
Money.
Well, yeah, we've been paying for this game forever. Of course they have money. Wow, but that's crazy, Samson. I'm speechless. I mean, I don't even know what we're playing right now. This is insane. Like, listen to that. You can hear it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of like an orchestra geek. I used to play violin and bass and stuff like that, so I'm super impressed. I thought it was digital. Like, it's like, no, they actually showed them making it. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting into some of the trainings here, but I'm just already like blown away by this whole orchestra thing. I purposefully like stayed away from all streams and content, so I could actually be surprised. So we're just going to do the training for this one. We're actually already able to
Welcome
import
to your
our
first day
profile.
as a trainee driver here on the East Coast Main Line. First opened by the Great Northern Railway in 1850, Peterborough is a vital station on the East Coast Main Line network. This station acts as a major interchange and serves the north and south mainline traffic, as well as long distance and local east and west services.
Simpson says you could have argued that they could have used the money to develop the game instead. I'm not going to argue that. I'm happy with
There's a
this.
missing route map over there.
You and I
Fix
know
that
we were going to
while
buy
you're here.
this game anyway, so stop it. Don't act like we care about what crappy developments they make. It's always the same.
There are more tasks to find, so be sure to apply the route maps. Refill water bottles, restock newspaper stands, and restock the first aid points. Head of Driver and Passenger Experience, Emily Turner, would like to speak to you.
Uh-oh. What did I do? She's calling me to her office already. We just started. Is this something that needs to be done? Yes, good. Up the stairs. Oh, I forgot we're in England, so everybody's walking on the wrong side. I'll say it. Yeah, Samson, you know we was gonna buy this anyway at some point, so. Uh-oh, why she got her arms crossed? Okay, yes. She wants to talk to us. Hello, how's it going? I'm glad I've got a chance to introduce myself to you properly before you start your training. My name is Emily Turner, Head of Driver and Passenger Experience here on the East Coast Main Line. I wanted to congratulate you on getting the role of trainee driver with us in person. It's great to have you on board. Part of my role is to improve the viability of the network and make sure that all our drivers and passengers are happy and catered for whilst traveling with us. Something I think you'll be great at helping us with. Anyway, I'm sure you're keen to get started with your training, but I'll be on call if you need anything or if you run into any problems. Take care, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. See you later. All right, Emily, thanks for uncrossing your arms, because I was nervous. All right, let's jump on the train.
Follow the markers to
Ooh, we got vibration in the controller now, too. They did mention that. So the controller just vibrated there for a second. Gotta go through this door. Looks like whenever it wants us to do something or interact with something, it vibrates. All right, let's sit here. I still haven't decided if I want to move this to the 5 yet. I'll figure that out. I actually have enough space for it because I put the additional spaced hard drive into 5. Okay, let's wait for the train to start moving. Emily, you can leave. It's fine. Oh no, we sat in the seat going in the wrong direction. That's alright. Alright, everyone.
Throughout the years, Peterborough Station has had several different names. Originally just called Peterborough, it was later renamed Peterborough Priestgate, then to Peterborough Cowgate in 1902, before reverting back to simply Peterborough in 1911. During the 1970s, major alterations occurred to this station under British Rail. The track layout was remodelled to provide high-speed through lines and 2 new platforms. The original base
There's
and
legitimate
through
controller
platforms were
vibration.
removed, and a brand new platform were built to the west of the fast lines. In 2014, Network Rail spent around £2.5 million on the station and its surroundings, with the intention of increasing passenger capacity on trains and ease the movement of freight through the station. This upgrade has also seen changes to the booking office and station concourse building, along with the introduction of ticket gates. A unique feature of this route is the flashing green signal aspect, used to trial 140 miles per hour running. Although today this speed is usually not permitted, the signal aspect remains. This train is a BR Class 801 electric multiple unit in LNER livery. They were first introduced in 2019 and were built to operate the high-speed express services across the network. As a trainee driver on this route, you will drive this train as well as a BR Class 66 freight locomotive. Accelerate and feel the high-speed thrill of British intercity travel in Train Sim World. Express services await on the iconic East Coast Main Line, so hurry through the English countryside between Peterborough and Doncaster in sleek and flashy traction.
Okay, good. No crashes so far, game-wise. Ooh, they're gonna actually catch us on speeding now and do a score breakdown. That's very similar to what we would have in Train Simulator by itself. All right, So let's continue. That was the introduction for the line. Let's go into the training module for the train. It looks a little similar to the high-speed train, the Javelin, on the interior from what that picture showed. We'll see if that's the same. Haven't checked the manual out yet. I know that they said that they would have a manual published for this. It's like 130 something pages. The website looks like it's still pointing to Train SimWorld. Oh, now it's updated to Train SimWorld 4.
In this training module, you'll be learning how to drive a BR Class
You okay?
801 electric multiple unit. During this brief introduction, you will be taken through the critical driving controls and performing passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard.
All right, let's get on the train. I do like the high-speedy trains as well.
Take a seat in the driver's
All right,
position
looks like this is where we have all
so
of
that
our
you can
safety
prepare it for
systems.
service.
So what I'm getting is some haptic feedback. Whenever I highlight something that we can press, it kind of shakes the control a little bit, which is cool. Never had that before.
For this introduction, you'll be completing a full loop of the circuit and performing passenger operations when you reach the next stop.
Yeah, this kind of looks like the
Prepare
high-speed
the
train.
train for departure.
All right, let's walk through this. We're gonna
To
put the
unlock
key
the
in.
control desk, you'll need to insert and set the master key.
Okay.
The reverse
Set this
is
to neutral.
digital. Set the headlights, as this will let others around you know that this train is operational. To begin loading passengers, you'll need to open the passenger doors.
So that's a nice little update there on the little timer as well. We also have an update on the interface itself. The AP one is still the same. Those are our action points, but the kind of progress there. And I'm getting used to this kind of haptic feedback as we hover over things. It kind of vibrates. I'll be interested to see what, if any, maps they left out.
It's time to depart. Close the passenger doors.
All right, doors are locked. Set the reverser to forward.
This train
And we're going to
features
set
a
our
combined
power
power
handle
and brake handle. So to get the
to
train
4.
moving, move the handle into the power range.
Okay, let's go to out of braking. This is combined, so we're going to go to 4. All right, and we're in the training center. You see the beautiful mountains ahead of us. All right, screen showing service status. We have some settings here for windshield wipers. A nice display here. They want us to get up to 80. So one thing that's missing is our kind of full screen there to show
Coasting is a
us
method used to efficiently maintain
our speed. There used to be a little bit of a
Keeping to
HUD
speed
that's
limits
missing.
is important.
Welcome if you're
If
just
you
stopping
begin
by.
overspeeding, apply a small amount of braking force by moving the power handle into the braking range.
Alright.
First introduced in September 2019, the Class 801s were built as a replacement for the aging Intercity 125 and 225 sets, which were the primary trains used on the East Coast Main Line at the time.
It's a fairly new
The
train.
Class 801 fleet were designed as purely electric multiple units. However, they feature a single 560 kilowatt diesel engine fitted to one of the coaches for emergency use. This 9-car variant of the class has a maximum power output of over 4,500 kilowatts and has a maximum operating speed of 124 miles per hour.
Alright, so we have the Govia, which is passing through this section. I kind of like this little progressy kind of bar situation that they have going on here. I am missing the older HUD, which gave us our speed. So I'm interested to see what happened with that. See if we can hear any horns. Good, so we still have the square as the shift key there for us, which is good. Gotta stop at the station. Okay, how far are we from the station? About one point. Oh, it's gonna come back around on the loop. So far so good. Can't really complain. Everything's working like it's supposed to. Looks pretty good so far. Again, one of the changes was the game engine as well. Yeah, I figure out if I'll do that or not. I mean, I think I could see this stuff pretty well. I have to play around with a few trains to see if those trains actually require me to do that. You know, it all depends on what the display looks like on each of the trains. Okay. So we're still kind of in the upwards phase of... Oh, I'm really liking this kind of haptic feedback though. So like as I just increased the speed there, I got the controller vibrated a little bit to let you know that it's actually like moving, which is cool. It's actually a really nice feature. We also have a little green showing on the controller at the moment as well to let us know that we're green,
You're
which is
now
cool.
approaching the station, so prepare to slow down the train. Use the power handle to apply some braking force to bring the train to a gentle stop in the indicated position.
Ooh. So there's also vibration when you're crossing over like track pieces, which is something you feel in real life too, which is nice. Alright, so let's get ready to brake and come to a complete stop here. Let's see if we can do a perfect stop here. Looks good. Yeah, it's
Now that the
different
train
for
is
sure.
stopped, you can open the passenger doors.
Let's open the doors. Yeah, it does actually force you to use the thing that's there more. I mean, you could have always taken off the old HUD, but one of the things like this screen right now, the way it is a little too dark for what
Good work.
I would need. So
That concludes all the
let's see if
basics
there's a
of
way to
operating
brighten
this
things
train.
up a little bit. All right, so we finished with the first new train. We'll move on to the next one here. Again, I do like that we were able to move stuff over. That was the issue that we couldn't do in some of the older games. I'm going to just return to... I could just do the next train module, but this train I already know how to drive, so this one should be pretty quick. So we're just going to go through kind of all the trainings for the trains if we can, all the line introductions during the stream, and that'll be it for the first day. Slowly over the course, I'll be adding the DLCs. I'm still debating if I'm going to delete 3 yet, just to kind of free up some space on the hard drive. I think I still have 1 on there as well. I removed 2 a long time ago. All right, back to the
In
training
this
center.
training module, you'll be taken through the operation of this Class 66 locomotive. During this brief introduction, you'll be covering the critical driving controls and freight operations. When you're ready, climb aboard to get started.
I like to close the doors behind me.
You need to insert the reverser first, and then you can move it forwards to set the direction of travel. Set the headlights to let others around us know this train is operational. The direct brake has 3 positions: apply, hold, and release. They directly affect the brake cylinder pressure, shown on the left-hand side of the desk, or on your HUD under the BC entry. While in the apply state, the brake cylinder or BC gauge will fill, meaning an increasing amount of braking force is being applied. Move the handle to the hold position to maintain the same level of braking force, and back to the release position to reduce or release the braking force. The direct brake is used to apply the brakes only on your locomotive, and is faster to apply and release than the main brakes. If you're only running as a light locomotive, as you are now, it's usually quicker to just use these brakes. The brakes on this locomotive require us to hold the brake handle in the release position. You can monitor the state of the brakes using the larger brake pipe control gauge in the centre. Keep the brake control in release until you can see the brake pipe control needles are reading 5 bar. This will release the brakes fully.
Okay, we're going to go up to 5. Beautiful.
Now that the brake pipe control is at 5 bar, the brakes will fully release. Watch the brake cylinder or BC gauge to see it gradually reduce to 0, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released and you can move the train. As you apply power, notice the amp bar rising. This is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors. Try to keep this out of the red, as it means you're overpowering the motors and could damage them. Coasting is a method
Yes, Samson, did you get
built in London, Ontario, Canada by
did you get it?
E&D.
I think you were
The
saying you don't really
British
like
Class
you're not a
66
big
is a
steam
6
fan,
axle
right?
diesel electric locomotive used primarily for freight operations in the UK. Introduced in 1998, the initial order of 250 locomotives was said to be the biggest single order of a locomotive since the era of steam trains. More than 500 Class 66 locomotives were built, with the final one being delivered in 2016.
Yeah, so as we go over these
Class 66 has
crossovers,
earned the nickname
we
Shed
gotta shake
because
the
of its shed-like pitched roof.
I'm missing a few DLCs. I didn't get some of the last like European ones that they did. I think I'm missing like 3 or 4, but just because they weren't reasonably priced. Like literally, I was playing. It would have been like $40 a piece, and so to get all of them, it would have been over $100. I didn't really feel like buying them all at the same time, but I'll get them eventually once they go on sale. Still getting used to this kind of haptic feedback. It's vibrating as you keep crossing all the kind of track changes, which is something you would feel in real life, which again, I mentioned that a little earlier, it's actually pretty nice. Yeah, I think it's nice how they kind of integrated a lot more of like the PlayStation control features into this version. All right. I'm using a direct break. So let's see if it actually works. Ooh, it does. Beautiful. So that was just the direct brake all the way through. I didn't use the automatic brake on that one because we just have. Oh, I guess we were over the speed limit. I did not notice because. Oh, I see what happened. So the train itself is in miles per hour. Yep, we have that as well here on the PS4. You see that there? It's showing green. It's hard to see because of the green screen, but it's also showing green in here as well, which is cool. Uh, okay, yep. Oh, I did that already. I think they didn't. I think they want me to go a little bit closer. Let me just move up a little bit. 2, 1. There we go. There we go.
The freight wagons are behind you. Change direction with the reverser. Then change the indicated junction either by walking over to it or using the map. The junction is correctly aligned and you can now couple up to the freight. Approach slowly and stop, just before the buffers. Don't forget to release the direct brake before you apply power.
All right, I think we might have a problem there. Let's see if it will. It didn't recognize that this was released, so I think it's going to give me a error. All right, there we go. Okay, yeah. The English, Welsh, and Scottish Railway. Interesting. It's a nice little symbol combination there. You have the dragon, the lion, and it looks like a buck or a steer. Ooh, 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 that was too much. My bad. I was expecting it to bounce off like that. Alright, now we're gonna stop. A little bit more. Alright, that should be good. Alright, you're gonna let us couple? Just apply the automatic brake. Maybe the game will realize that we stopped. Sometimes it gets a little wonky when you do certain things like this. if you kind of do them slightly out of sequence from what the game's looking for. Again, we've driven this train before, so this isn't really a surprise here. Do you think they have 5 different ones? But this one, I mean, this one seems the same. It's possible. Check this out over here. Let's see, what was the next task here? Set the throttle to 0. Okay. Alright, yeah, we already know how to do all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move along. And we'll do one of the trains that we haven't done before. Welcome, we're playing the standard edition first opening day here, just going through some of the tutorials. That other train there, the red one in the back there, we haven't driven before, so we're going to switch over to that. Alright, let's go to this one. Alright, let's do route introduction first, and then we'll drive the train that's here. Again, so far I'm actually really liking this. I didn't really know what to expect, but I do see some improvements. They're enjoying, they said it's a simplified HUD. We're going to go to Austria next. Again, loading's not horrible, but I don't have a lot of content on at the moment. Alright, Samson, thanks for stopping by. Have a great evening. Folks, if you have not checked out Samson's stream, be sure to check out Samson. Samson is from Sweden. It's bedtime now. He's in his midnight at the moment. But check him out. Follow, like, subscribe.
The original station began
Always good.
construction in 1870. Although
Have a
this was
great
demolished
night.
30 years ago
Catch you soon,
in
Samson.
1989, before the station was rebuilt 500 meters west of the original location. Looks like the workers haven't finished placing the route maps. Let's place a missing one while you wait. There are more route tasks to discover. Make sure to apply more route maps, fix snow hide poles, and collect chocolate bars and Tyrolean hats. Your colleague, David Meyerhofer, would like to speak to you.
Congratulations on completing your apprenticeship. It's going to be fun to work together again, even if I couldn't tempt you into a rockstar lifestyle of construction. Thank you. I'm excited to start working on the rails. Okay. Are you waiting for your ride? You'll be waiting a while. We're not due to finish work on this platform until next month. Okay. Guess I gotta cross the platform. Maybe you're supposed to be on platform 3. Ha! Classic first day prank. You better make it there quickly before he thinks it's funnier to leave without you. Alright, so how do we get across here, guys? Just run across the tracks. Thanks, David. Goodbye. Ooh, these route maps are pretty cool. Excuse me. Track 3. Run! Is there anything we gotta add here? No. Into the train.
Take a seat. The train is just about to leave.
Alright, I'm gonna sit right here. They were saying they actually added some unique NPCs as
The
well.
Vorarlberg Railway was first proposed by railway entrepreneur Karl Ganal in 1847 when he recognized the necessity for a railway in the area. He would go on to pay for much of the preliminary work out of his own pocket.
Hey, I'm doing well, Aiden. How you been?
Construction began in 1870 and met many delays due to needing approval from all the neighboring states in the area. Finally, in 1872, public services began between Bludenz and Lochau. Shortly after, in 1873, connections to the wider Austrian railway network were completed, and services between Zurich in Switzerland and Munich in Germany would use this line. In 1954, electrification work on the line was completed, although electric trains couldn't pass into the German rail network. This meant passengers in international services to Germany had to change to a diesel service in Lindau. Take the train to Austria. Spanning cross-border, the busy Vorarlberg S-Bahn line shuttles from quaint German island life to the foothills of the Austrian Alps. All new and bustling ÖBB traffic awaits in Train Sim World.
Okay, that wasn't bad. Alright, let's get into driving the train. It looks similar to some ones that we've driven before, so should be pretty interesting there to see how that plays out. Okay.
In this training module, you'll be learning how to drive this ÖBB 4024 electric multiple unit. For this introduction, you will be driving the train a short distance and performing passenger operations. The ÖBB 4024, also known as the Talent, is manufactured by Bombardier and entered service in 2004. The name Talent is an acronym in German for Talbot, leichter Nahverkehrstriebwagen, meaning Talbot, light suburban rail car.
We know the Talent too from
The
some of
ÖBB
the older maps.
4024 is a 4-car unit with a top speed of 140 kilometers per hour.
Let's put the master switch in. Beautiful.
Now set
the reverser to forward.
Set the headlights to indicate that this train is operational. Insert the train brake handle. First, release the brakes applied by the train brake handle.
Okay. So to drive
Open
it.
passenger doors to allow boarding.
Alright, so we're loading up some passengers here.
The ÖBB 4024 is part of Bombardier's Talent series of multiple units, manufactured by Bombardier Talbot. More than 300 Talent series vehicles have been produced and have seen use in more than 7 different countries. Close the doors before departure. To release the brakes and apply power, push the handle away from you. Now you've built up some speed, you can return the master controller to the off position to begin coasting. Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain speed and reduce motor stress and maintenance requirements. Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, apply a small amount of braking force by moving the master controller into the braking range.
So 120 is our limit there. Gotta stop coming up.
You're now approaching the station. Begin applying a small amount of braking force by moving the master controller into the braking range. Nice job. The train has safely come. Close the doors and drive to the next station unguided.
Alright, so we're gonna stop at the next one. So we have like 1 or 2 things left for the intro. Alright, doors open. Let's see what the next task is. Okay, that's it for this one. Okay, good. Perfect.
Good work. That concludes all
Alright,
the
we're gonna move
basics
on
of operating
to
this train.
the next line that we have to look at. It's in California. So stay tuned for that. BR 185, we know how to drive that one already. Go back to the training locomotive list. So last one's this Metroliner, which is a California line there. Okay, Metrolink. Just see this as that there's 3 things. Okay, yeah, we know how to do this stuff already, so. Alright, let's do the Antelope Valley Line introduction, and then we'll do the last 2 tutorials for the trains there. Yeah, but thanks for stopping by, everybody who stopped by today. We're very excited about this game. I was this whole orchestration thing was kind of took my breath away. I was really shocked. It's crazy. Listen to this. I'm just really just blown away by this. It's a small thing, but it's a big impact. This is amazing. All right, Antelope Valley route introduction.
Welcome to LA Union Station,
Ooh,
located
LA.
in Los Angeles, California. Approved in 1926 and opened in 1939, LA Union Station was designed to consolidate rail services from Union Pacific, Santa Fe, and Southern Pacific into one station owned by the city. There's a missing route map over there. Fix that while you're here.
Okay, you can hear the police, the siren and stuff just now.
There are many more route tasks to discover. Make sure to apply the route maps, put up the anniversary banners, hang up the hats, and visit the hot dog stands. Clark Smith, your ship supervisor, would like to speak with you.
Hey, Craig. Hey, buddy. Can you do me a solid and hitch a ride out to Santa Clarita? I got a train up there, but no free engineers. I've got Tim coming in to cover the shift, but he's an hour out at least in this traffic. If you head there now, then you can avoid more delays. Sure thing, bud. Gotta go downstairs. Boop. Interesting. If you haven't checked out the Discord, check out the Discord. If I actually ride some of these trains that are in the game, I'll usually post tons of pictures of it. So, oh, I like these trains. We have like a double. You have like a two-tiered kind of train car. I'm gonna sit this way because I think this is the direction we're going in.
The Antelope Valley Line runs for over 70 miles from the bustling heart of LA to Lancaster, the western tip of the Mojave Desert. The railroad along the Santa Clara River originally opened in 1876 and was operated by Southern Pacific as a connection to the national rail network. In 1979, due to falling demand, this line ceased operation. In 1990, the Los Angeles County Transportation Commission purchased the right-of-way from Southern Pacific. Passenger services as far as Santa Clarita began operation in 1992. When the Northridge earthquake hit in 1994, plans to extend the line north to Antelope Valley were expedited by over 10 years to aid relief efforts.
That's crazy.
U.S. Navy Seabees and a legion of workers from the L.A. County Public Works Department constructed stations in just a few days, rather than the 3 to 6 months they usually take. Passenger services started on this extension less than a week after the earthquake.
Wow. That's crazy.
Today, this important commuter line carries over 5,700 people in and out of L.A. each day. Run to the hills and experience the hefty power of modern American diesel. Tackle the tough terrain of Californian canyons with the Antelope Valley Line, between the sprawling Los Angeles cityscape and the desert bushes of Lancaster in almighty Metrolink traction. West Coast rails are yours to explore in Train Sim World, Antelope Valley Line.
Okay, excellent. All right, let's continue. We're going to do the training module for the train next.
In this training module, you will be learning to operate this EMD F125 Spirit diesel locomotive.
This looks good. I like this.
During this brief introduction, you will be taken through the critical driving controls and performing passenger operations. When you're ready to begin, climb aboard. Sit in the engineer's seat.
Okay.
You'll now go through the steps needed to take over this locomotive.
It's like the baby
You will
bullet.
need to set the generator field switch. This needs to be enabled for the locomotive to generate power. This locomotive requires the reverser handle to be inserted before operation. Switch the front headlights on. Regardless of the time of day or weather, all locomotives must have their headlights on. You'll need to set the brakes to the correct mode to allow them to be controlled by this cab. We can now begin loading. It is time to depart. Close the passenger doors.
I'm actually getting a lot of
The
vibration in the
reverser determines
controller
the
right
direction
now.
of travel. The master controller controls both the throttle and dynamic brakes. Dynamic brakes use the locomotive's electric traction motors to generate resistance to reduce the wear of the brake pads. Apply a small amount of throttle. The automatic brakes are controlled with their own handle, but will blend the dynamic brakes and the air brakes. The air brakes will apply braking force to every car in this formation. Now, release the brakes.
Alright, so power up, then brake release. That's the plan for this one. There we go. We are moving along now. Alright, what we're looking at 49. Alright, they're gonna tell us to
Keeping to
coast
speed
anyway,
limits
so.
is important. If you begin overspeeding, slow the train using the master controller's dynamic brake range. The EMD F125 is a passenger locomotive manufactured by Electromotive Diesel for the North American market. It's powered by a Caterpillar C127 20V20 diesel engine, rated at 4,700 horsepower, and is capable of speeds up to 125 miles per hour. When it launched in 2017, it was the first new passenger locomotive in North America in 15 years. To date, 40 have been produced, all of which were supplied to Metrolink. The F125 features a modern, streamlined body designed by Vossloh Espana.
Alright, so after this we'll finish up with the passenger car driving. It's gonna make us do go via I think we're coming up with a stop next, yeah. I wonder if this works. We'll look at the book and see how we can use this section.
You are approaching the station. Begin applying a small amount of braking force using the automatic brake to bring the train to a gentle stop.
Okay, so we're gonna stop this train. Be like some Denzel Washington. What was that movie? Unstoppable? Chris Pine and Denzel Washington. It's based on a true story. I hate when they do that. They penalize me for not being fully where we're supposed to be for the stop.
Nice job. The train has safely come to a stop. You can now begin loading. Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Okay. All right, I think there's one more tutorial that we need to do. And here it is, the commuter car. And then we're done with this today. So we're just going through all the intros of things. Haven't gotten onto any of the lines in detail yet, but just doing the intros for the locos that came with the standard edition. And then as we go through, we'll play a little bit more on these, try to do at least all the scenarios. Then slowly I'll be moving the DLC over from 3 to 4. Still, I have to check to see if there's any lines that we can't bring over, then I'll keep 3 for those lines and then move everything else over. But I have to do a little bit more research.
In this training module, you will be learning to operate the Rotom commuter car, manufactured by Hyundai Rotom. During this brief introduction, you will be taken through the critical driving controls and performing passenger operations. When you're ready to begin, climb aboard.
I gotta step down on this one. These are always interesting because it's up here on these trains. Let's sit down. Pretty used to these kind of gallery cars.
You will now go through the steps needed to take over this train. You will need to set the generator field switch. This needs to be enabled for the locomotive to generate power. Switch the front headlights on. Regardless, you'll need to set the automatic brake cutout to cut in to allow the braking to be controlled from this cab. Okay, it's time to depart. Close the passenger doors. The master controller controls both the automatic brakes are controlled with their own handle, but will blend the dynamic brakes and air brakes. The air brakes will apply braking force to every car in this formation. Now, release the brakes.
All right, so this has 8 settings, where the other side, where the engine, we only have 4. Okay, moving to the red. I don't want to be in the red. Where's our speed indicator? Over here. Okay, is there one up here too? No, sometimes there's one like here. Alright, so they want us to get up to 49 again. That's good, it actually gives you the pickup sound.
Coasting is a method used to efficiently. Keeping the speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, slow the train using the master controller's dynamic brake range. The Rotom commuter cars were introduced in 2010. To date, Metrolink has received 117 of them. As part of Metrolink's commitment to passenger safety, these cars incorporate the latest CEM technology. This incorporates redesigned seats, tables, and special energy-absorbing zones at the end of each car. Metrolink was the first rail operator in the US to incorporate CEM in passenger trains.
Okay, so we gotta go via And then we'll probably do a stopping operation after this. I like the little training center. It's a nice little environment that they created here. This is the Metrolink commuter car. This is the new line that goes through California. And it goes west from like LA out to Antelope Valley. So this is the last part that we have to complete for today. So far we had 3 new trains that we've never driven before that are available here.
Cab cars like this one allow a locomotive to be operated remotely from the other end of the formation, preventing the need for runarounds or additional locomotives.
Okay, let's see. Moving around here, still making our way around the loop. See how big the loop is here? This is the training loop. This is where the main training center is for shunting. Then they have a high-speed loop here. Then they have the big loop for like station operations and stuff. So we're coming around there now, as you can see. And then we'll start breaking in a little bit.
You are approaching the station. Begin applying a small amount of braking force using the automatic.
Okay, not bad. Oh, really? They really want this last stop to be like as close to perfect as possible.
Nice job. The train has safely come to a stop. You can now begin loading.
Oh, they have cameras
Good
in
work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
It's crazy they're watching the drivers. All right. So thanks everybody who stopped by. That is it for us for now. Ooh, Blockbuster. Looks like they're making a movie. All right, let's just quickly take a look at the scenarios that are offered on these new maps, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, let's take a look here. So Antelope Valley, we have 5 scenarios. Con Fair. We're taking a prisoner. We're transporting a prisoner. I don't know. It's like Con Air. Impossible Mission. Blockbuster. Witness explosions and action as you drive a train on the movie set. Take a hike. And Home at the Depot. Okay, and these are a little bit longer. An hour, hour and a half. East Coast Line. We have Hot Seat. The heat wave is going on and speed restrictions. Testing limits. And most of these are longer. Job Center. Help with the work yard. Freight trains. Limping off. Preparing a replacement. And then in 3s. Finally, we have Vorarlberg. Whiteout Snowfall. Special cultural event. International rescue. Helping a unit stranded at the border. Downpours and flooding. Means that there's some evacuation efforts. Just like in the movies, a film festival's in town, and a special train providing 4D experience for passengers running. And pickup freight will need transportation up and down the line, including lending a hand when possible. Alright, so that is it for us today. Just want to thank everybody who stopped by for stopping by. Let's see if anybody else is playing. So we have a Train Sim World official. We'll rate them. Oh, Matt's playing. Alright folks, have a great evening. And we will catch everyone later in the week. And we'll play more of this game throughout the next few weeks. Stay safe everyone.